To get rid of stubborn belly fat, guys need to be brutally aware of these three things. First is how different types of belly fat latch onto their midsection, why food they eat favours going to their belly and not their muscles, and the exact steps they can take so they can target stubborn belly fat to shift their gut and get abs, which is exactly what I'm going to help you with in this video. Now, the human body has three different types of stored fat. The first is visceral fat. Now, visceral fat can be thought of as gut fat. It's not the fat that you can see on top of your stomach, but it's actually underneath your abdominal muscles surrounding your organs. So despite looking thin and healthy in clothes, guys who carry a lot of visceral fat are referred to as having central obesity. Their belly kind of pooches out, like my clients Mike and Neil. And for these guys, while having a big belly can be disheartening, they should actually be quite excited because a flat stomach is just around the corner for them. And that's because the human body does a pretty good job at getting rid of the bad stuff in our body, which is why the first kind of fat your body will get rid of is the fat that surrounds your organs deep inside your belly that you can't see. And since working with over 400 guys, it seems like the body will get rid of visceral fat first because it deems it the most dangerous to your health. And after this fat has been reduced, your body will start getting rid of the fat that we can actually see. And that's why sometimes it can almost feel like you're dieting and dieting, but have nothing to show for it. And sadly, just as the body is about to make the switch from burning the fat you can't see to the fat you can see, most men will throw in the towel and convince themselves they're not losing fat. So the point I'm trying to get across is just don't give up if you feel like fat isn't moving. The next kind of fat is subcutaneous, or sub-Q for short, which is found just under the skin. Now, sub-Q is the type of belly fat that most men are desperate to get rid of. And it's not uncommon to find men who have an extreme amount of sub-Q body fat on the abdominal area while still having very kind of lean legs, almost looking like Maltesers on toothpicks. Now, until recently, no one knew why most men store fat in their belly. Some experts hypothesized stomach fat was helpful in mobilizing energy while men were out hunting. Others thought men needed more fat to protect their organs while they were beating the shit out of each other. And some thought back in the day maybe women found men belly dancing attractive and that's how we got their attention. Weird. Turns out though, men who seem to carry fat around their belly while their arms, chest and legs are relatively skinny in comparison comes down to what we call poor nutrient partitioning. Let me explain. Now imagine your body as a busy train station where nutrients like carbs and fats are passengers that need to be directed to the right train. Some passengers want to board the muscle building express, while others want to hop on the lean machine line. When you eat, nutrients flood the station, but because of poor nutrient partitioning, the nutrients you eat take the wrong train, which means instead of food going to your muscles, it ends up on your belly, love handles and chest. And when this misfire happens, it's like no matter how hard you train or diet, you end up looking skinnier everywhere but your waist. But when partitioning is on point, most of the calories you eat are effectively dispatched to your muscles. And over time, the leaner you are and the more muscle you build, your body gets better at investing those calories into muscle growth and losing fat. Now, the third type of fat is stubborn fat. Now, until recently, anyone who entertained the idea that stubborn fat could be targeted would have been rinsed on social media. But new promising research suggests that we actually might be able to target fat from a specific area. And I'm going to show you how in a second. Now, if you're an impatient bugger like myself and you want results yesterday, what I'm about to share with you could help you shift your belly fat faster than ever. In a recent 2023 paper, researchers hypothesized that belly fat is hard to get rid of compared to other fat on the body, and that food sticks to the stomach area like a magnet because the abdominal muscles don't get much blood flow. Now, if you think about the blood flow your calves and legs get through running and walking in comparison to your abs. So researchers came up with the idea that if you can boost blood flow to your abs, you could specifically target belly fat. So the researchers looked at two groups of people. One group just did regular cardio, and the other group did an ab workout first to improve the blood flow in their stomach, and then did cardio. And interestingly, the group that tried the ab and then cardio method lost 6% more belly fat than the group that did cardio alone. Now, you might think that the ab and cardio group worked out harder, but they didn't. Both groups burned the same amount of calories, which even strengthens the validity of the results. And since then, even more studies have found similar results. This kind of tells us that targeted ab exercises paired with the right cardio and a calorie deficit, obviously, can speed up fat loss from stubborn areas, compared to just a calorie deficit or cardio alone. An easy way to set up an ab-specific and cardio workout would be to do 2 to 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps of cable crunches or hanging leg raises, followed by 15 to 20 minutes of low-intensity jogging or some continuous metabolic conditioning circuits. And a metabolic conditioning circuit could look something like this. You do 15 minutes of kettlebell swings, into 10 push-ups, into 100 meters on the ski erg, 200 meters on the rower, and just keeping this at about 60 to 70% effort continuously without rest for 10, 20 minutes. Now I cover how to improve poor nutrient partitioning so you can train your body to get better at investing the food you eat to your muscles rather than your fat stores in my free workshop, The Skinny Fat Awakening. In the workshop, I pull back the curtain on the single most important hormone skinny dudes can't afford to ignore. This essential hormone is the key to building muscle and torching fat at the same time. I also cover the popular conventional training program robbing skinny fat guys from unlocking washboard abs, sexy muscle, and boundless energy. And I also talk about the proven system that's helped over 400 skinny fat men defy their genetics and body type, achieving that cover model look even after 40 inside the workshop too. And you can grab the free workshop by going down to this description below. Thank you for your time and attention. I'll see you in the next video.